Heary, my lords and ladies, it's me again, your Imperial peasant Hapuki, and today we're joined by Teddy, one of our quality assessment managers. If you wonder where Lily is, I locked her in my basement. If you want to send her a message, just let me know down in the comments.
Greetings my lords and ladies, it's an honor to be here. Also, someone needs to keep Hapuki in check and I'm assigned with this difficult task.
There's plenty of room in my basement for you too. And so, my lords and ladies, today we're gonna talk about the most advanced Imperial game, the Jousting Tourney.
You are very lucky because I'm the very best at this Imperial game.
Okay, let's put this to a test. Who can start the Jousting Tourney and how?
That's easy, peasant. The Imperial Jousting Tourney can be started only by the Emperor. That's why it's called an Imperial game. If it could be started by you, it would have been called a peasant game.
Very funny.
So, if you are the Emperor, you need to open the Kingdom menu. It can be accessed from the top of your screen here or through the Throne of Might here.
So I can start the Jousting Tourney whenever I want?
No, this is the most advanced Imperial game, and the realm has to be at least 90 days old.
But I don't like waiting.
You'll like it even less when I tell you how much gold it costs to start this Imperial game.
How much?
1,250,000 gold.
No way.
Yes, way. That's why only the Emperor can start this game. As I said, it's not for peasants like you.
But the Emperor must be crazy to give so much gold. Why would he do that?
Maybe it's a she, so why would she want to do that? Because once the Emperor starts this Imperial game, she automatically receives a legendary Imperial chest. This chest contains some of the most powerful equipment items in the game. Take a look at those beauties. Their bonuses are so big that your head is starting to spin.
So, is this all the Emperor gets for starting the Jousting Tourney?
Of course not. The Emperor is usually one of the strongest players in the realm. Once the Jousting Tourney has been started, the Emperor can participate just like every other player. Winning battles in this event rewards you with the favored currency, and you can use this currency to buy items from the Imperial Armory.
What kind of items?
Well, the best and most expensive items are 3 epic Imperial treasure chests, just like the one the Emperor received when she started the event, but containing epic items.
So, each player can buy 3 of those chests?
Of course not, peasant. The 3 chests are for the whole realm. Only the mightiest and fastest players can buy them.
It actually makes sense. I've never seen a peasant wearing Imperial clothes. What other cool items can we buy from the Imperial Armory?
Well, there are legendary legacy chests from the past encounter camps. You can also get district smithereens, prismatic gemstone purses, royal lottery tickets, speed-ups, mythic bars, and a lot more. One of my favorite items in the Imperial Treasury are the architectural plans, which you can use to buy city skins.
Nice. So, what happens after the Emperor starts the Jousting Tourney?
At first, nothing. Only a realm announcement appears in the global chat, saying that the Jousting Tourney Imperial game will start in 4 hours.
4 hours? Are you insane?
It's only fair. This way, all the players in the realm can have time to prepare for the game and coordinate with their alliances.
Whatever, so what happens when the Jousting Tourney actually begins?
The game begins when the Jousting Arena spawns inside the Throne of Might region. The arena is surrounded by 4 powerful encounter camps, named Sir William, Sir George, Sir Richard, and Sir Robert.
So, what happens in the Jousting Arena?
When you enter the arena, you can see your personal Jousting Knight. You begin with a Knight level 1. Here you can see its stats. First we have attack. It determines how much damage your knight can deal during a fight.
Then we have health. I guess it determines how much damage your knight can take before it gets defeated?
That's right. Perhaps you're a lot smarter than you look. Next we have aim. It determines if your attack actually hits the target or not. There is a chance that you miss and do 0 damage.
So the next stat, dodge, is like the opposite of aim, right? If you dodge successfully, your enemy's attack will result in a miss.
Yes, we also have critical. It gives you a chance to land a critical hit with higher damage. Block, on the other hand, reduces the damage you receive from enemy attacks.
What about the last one? Resist.
It is a very cool stat actually. It gives you a chance to survive an enemy attack by ignoring the damage of a fatal hit.
I love it. What about the gear? Our knight has no gear? Does he ride naked into battle? What kind of a peasant knight is this?
This is special gear that gives you additional bonuses during the jousting fights. This gear can be acquired by defeating the PVE camps surrounding the jousting arena. After the camps reach level 7, I'll explain this in a minute.
Okay, but what are these opponents here at the bottom?
These are other players' personal jousting knights. Defeating them will reward you with the favor currency that is used to buy things from the Imperial Armory.
Okay, but these guys look pretty tough.
As you can see, there are 3 available opponents: easy, medium and hard. The stronger the opponent is, the more favor you will receive when you defeat it. You can see each opponent's stat when you click on them. If you feel like all available opponents are too strong, you can reroll them using this button here.
Is it free?
Nothing is free, peasant. Rerolling costs 5000 gold.
Ouch, that sucks. So, how can I make sure I'm strong enough to kick my opponent's ass?
By defeating the PVE encounter camps that surround the jousting arena. Look, initially, all the camps are level 1. You can scout them to see how many troops they have and what formation are they using.
And what are these stats?
These are the bonuses you will receive upon defeating the encounter camp. Each camp has specific bonuses. One of them is guaranteed and the other 2 are random.
So, which one is the most important bonus?
Definitely health. If you are a smart player, you will focus on defeating the night camp that rewards you with the health stat bonus. I personally try to level up this camp as fast as possible to gain as much health as I can.
Okay, but how do you level up the camp?
By defeating it, of course. Every time you defeat a night camp, it will go up 1 level, making it harder to defeat. The maximum level of the night camp is 25.
What about the stats reward? Is it also increased as the camp levels up?
No, the stat reward is always the same, but you will need it more and more with each level.
Okay, so how often can I smash these night camps?
Each time you defeat a camp, you will trigger a cooldown. During this time, you cannot attack any of the camps, so I suggest you focus on the arena opponents.
Do they have a cooldown too?
Yes, each time you defeat an opponent, you will trigger another cooldown. Also, the next available opponents will be more difficult to defeat. The higher the level of the opponent, the more favor you will receive. I'm pretty sure that at some point you will not be able to defeat the PvE camps.
Defeating the PvE camps is not a problem for me. I know how to stack all available bonuses. I even made a video about this. You can check it out right here. I think one of the most important buffs to help you with this particular event is the Horse Rider's Fury. You can find it right here in the bonuses and effects menu. If the Jousting Tourney event is active, this buff will be shown on top of the list.
Yes, this buff is invaluable for the Jousting Tourney. It costs 15,000 gold, but it gives you attack, health, march size versus encounters and 15% additional favor.
So, what's the end goal of the event?
Well, buying as many items from the Imperial Armory as you can. There is a limited number of each item in the armory and only the strongest and the fastest players can buy them in time.
So, how can I see who the strongest and fastest players are?
You can open the rankings tab right here. You will see that you're at the bottom of the list with all of the other peasants. You can also get additional favor for completing the event's milestones. You can see them right here in the milestones tab.
I might be a peasant, but I'll still play the Jousting Tourney because it looks really cool.
I'm not stopping you. You know, in order to have winners, we need to have losers.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Nothing. I hope you enjoyed the video, my lords and ladies. Make sure to like, subscribe, so you don't miss any of the new videos we will be making for you very soon. Until we meet again, stay healthy and march on for greatness.